highlighting the people and places that support, grow, and promote our sport. This is TNT Off the Rail. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Don't forget to enable live notifications so you don't miss anything. Please note that Off the Rail is a live show. Calls and comments will be recorded for use by TNT Off the Rail. Some segments are pre-recorded. Be a part of the show. Hit us up in the chat or comments. Text us 833-868-7665. We will call you on air if you want. Like, share, start a watch party. It's time for TNT Off the Rail. Let's get the show started.
Oh, Welker's not playing anybody right now, Tyler. He's just kind of.
He's just back there hitting. He's just back there hitting
he's
balls.
He's flying the cue ball off the table. What's going on, boys and girls? It's Friday night. It's TNT Off the Rail. I'm Bud. That's Hollywood. What's going on, buddy?
Actually doing. I feel pretty decent. Back here watching Jason. He got his new Predator cue in the mail. He's been back here hitting it. We're trying to decide between him and I if we like the Revo shaft better than the Jacoby Black, and we can't decide. I mean, well, I think he's made his decision. I'm still kind of on the fence a little bit, but I'm starting to lead towards that Revo now for some reason. I don't know what it is.
I heard you go over there and hit it, and you said
it hits like $1 million. I mean, I like it.
Got kind of excited about that.
I did.
We got some cool stuff to do tonight. We're gonna rumble through some stuff. Hollywood's gonna talk about some.
We're gonna get him on the line.
I'm gonna share some stuff here real quick, and then we're gonna make a phone call real quick. Sam, Tracy, Nate, if you guys are listening, like you said you were on your way, rock on. I seen you guys were almost there. So
Sam, the Rhino Henderson.
Yep. We'll talk about that here shortly. It kind of ties into what we're doing.
And I just want to throw out there why he's doing his sharing and getting some phone numbers ready and stuff like that. For those of you that don't know, we're going to be putting that. Dustin Deshay and some of the guys from the Pigeon Coop here, along with Kaylee down there. Kaylee's last name.
Halbert.
Well, Kaylee's going to help out down there. They're going to put a Scotch doubles tournament together down there in the Princeton area. I'd like to thank Chris Kors from the Black Rose. If you get a chance, stop down there at Black Rose, Princeton, Illinois. Make sure you stop down there. Them guys are going to put a little benefit together for me. For those of you who don't know, I haven't been, been struggling with the health issues, struggling with some bills, struggling with a lot of things, struggling with life, and basically. I'm trying to do the best I can, so they're going to pull a little Scotch doubles tournament together for me down there. That's going to be August 15th, so get a partner, go down there and play. Raise a little money for a good cause because I need it.
We'll definitely have some more information. No, Steph, he is not here.
And then also, I know that we're going to get leagues here started pretty soon.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot of league stuff to talk about. Yeah, let's see.
We got tomorrow. We got the tournament going on and over in Lanark. Yep. But I think it's full though, isn't it?
No, it is not.
Well, we have some open spots for. I should probably stand over here where you can see me.
Yeah. Got him to stop fidgeting. Now he just won't stay on the camera.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're going to give me a fidget thing, so I move my hands around too much, and I'm tinkering with stuff back here. So I need a fidget spinner or something to keep me occupied while I'm talking.
We need to get you a pool-related fidget spinner to play with.
Right. No kidding.
You leave all the wires alone.
So, anyways, now where was I? I was going to talk about. I was saying something now.
Lanark.
Yes, we're going to Lanark tomorrow. The tournament starts at what time?
At noon.
Dave's place.
Lanark, 121.
And there is some spots open. I know that you're all going to be playing for second because I'm going to go up and win that thing.
You've been told. He's predicted it.
Right. And, I have to give a shout-out to Mr. Cal Stage. I told him I would announce it on the show. He once in his life, he beat me in a race to 7. He beat me 7-5 in 8-ball. So I have to congratulations, Mr. Cal Stage. You finally beat me in one game. I'm proud of you. But if you come back, I'll beat you like a drum. I mean, he could beat me one out of, 8 or 9 sets. I mean, I can't beat him every single time. I played about as bad as I could play. He beat me 7-5, so I had to give him some props. I told him I'd give him some props. There you go. You got your props. You beat me 7-5. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. And now we're going to get.
We got a special. We're gonna make a phone call here. We're gonna talk to somebody real quick about some stuff, and we'll talk to them real quick, and then we'll show you what it leads into. So let me make those buttons. I was going to ask you, too, about what was it? I can't remember if we talked about the finish from that last tournament at Racks on the Rocks.
Racks on the Rocks. I don't.
It got dominated by the juniors.
Young man, actually. And now I don't feel so bad. See, I traveled all the way down to Peoria. They made me a 7. I wasn't sure if I was a 7 in their handicap system, but it's probably about where I am now that I kind of see where everybody was. But I got beat by the guy that got first. His last name, young man by the last name of Gonzalez. I can't remember.
Ben?
Was it Ben or Dave?
No, it was Ben. Ben Gonzalez.
Really, really super nice kid. He was a 6. I decided to give him a game, and I actually had him stifled. I had him rattled. I probably should have beat him, but you know that's what we all say. You know, I should have beat that guy. That guy can't beat me ever. And I say that about a lot of people too. But no, that Gonzalez, he played young kid. I think he was 16, 17 years old. Played really, really, really well. And we were about to make a phone call here because we got the Rhino headed down to out to Ohio.
Yeah, out to I believe it's Fairfield. We'll clarify because he got second in that.
And he got second. Gonzalez beat him. I think they were both 6s in that tournament. You know what? Sam may have even been a 7. I'm not sure. We'd have to ask him if we get him on the phone. But
maybe we'll do that. Maybe we will try to get a hold of Sam.
And Donnie Daly finished in the top 12.
Yep.
Steve Oder, I think, finished in the top 12.
Yep.
I think. I can't remember if Steve did or not.
Sorry about the ringing if it's really loud.
That's okay.
Hello?
Hi, Mike. How you doing? Greg from TNT.
Yeah, this is actually TV Mike. How's it going?
Oh, TV Mike. I'm sorry.
Hey, TV Mike.
Yeah.
How you doing? It's that's Hollywood. There you just heard. I'm Greg from TNT. We're talking to you live on the rail. Live on Off the Rail. I talked to Mike earlier. We were going to call and talk to you guys a little bit about the Junior National Quad Championship that you guys are going to be putting on this weekend.
Yes, sir. We got 64 players available, and a lot of them are here already.
Awesome. So how long has this been going? How long you guys been putting this on? I just tried to find some history on it, and I kind of got short on time. How many years has you guys played this?
This is the first time we've done this tournament.
Oh.
D. Adkins actually junior tour, and he works with a lot of the kids in the Ohio area. And this is the first time we've ever done a tournament of this size. This format is actually really interesting format. I don't know if you looked into the history of the quad tournament or what have you, but basically the thing is that Mike runs Bracket Billiards, owns it, up in New Philadelphia, Ohio, and that's about 40 minutes south of me. And that's where I spend a lot of my time doing shows and streaming and playing, frankly, when I'm just not out of state. And he had this idea to do a junior tournament using this quad format that we use that comes from Paul Schofield up in Erie, Pennsylvania. He runs it at his room. He's like, yeah, let's do a 16-player quad, D. And so D is so popular with so many of the kids, he made a post, and then within like probably one day, there was probably already 20 or 30 kids that wanted to play in it.
Wow.
So it instantly outgrew the pool room in New Philadelphia because we have 6 diamonds over there. So it instantly outgrew it. And then we were going to move it to a Moose location, probably about 45 minutes west of the pool room. And then they decided that they didn't want to host it. Yeah, because it just blew up. We did decide to do 64 players because we could get them, and then we moved it to Michael's. He was very gracious to let us use the room. Michael's is probably one of the finest rooms in the state of Ohio. Really, I've done a bunch of shows here, and I decided to do a raffle and add some money, and then we got a lot more sponsors to come in. And the total, I'm not sure what the total is, but I'm going to say it's about $3,000.
Wow.
Which is added money.
Well, that's a great thing.
So we got kids from Virginia, Maryland. I got a kid from Mississippi on the way. All parts of Ohio, Indiana. There's a kid from Iowa.
That's Sam Henderson.
Yeah, that's Sam.
13 different states are representing here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we got kind of a rooting interest. We got
Yeah.
Sam Henderson headed your way. He's coming from Iowa. He's a pretty good young player. I'm going to say Sam's what, around 14, 13, 14,
14,
13,
yeah.
14 years old.
Yeah, I'm familiar with him actually. I've streamed him before.
Yeah,
Have you?
Sam's starting to play really, really well. He took second place down in Peoria, down there at Racks on the Rocks here, Peoria, Illinois. He took second place down there in the handicap tournament. I think he was either a 6 handicap or a 7, and they go all the way to 11. So I mean, he mid pack, and he's played well, hung in there, and got second place to another young man that was 16 years old.
Yeah.
That Gonzalez kid, and he got first. So I mean, we need the youth into this game. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I'd see him at many of the junior events actually, in their whole crew, the You Got Action crew.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, Mike, since we do have you on the phone, and I know that you do a lot of streaming and stuff like that, where can these people go to log in to go view this event?
It's going to be on the BilliardNet.tv Facebook page. And it's also going to be on BilliardNet.tv. So BilliardNet.tv is its own standalone streaming platform and server that I've had for like 5 or 6 years. And all the videos and stuff are recorded there. And then I have a subscription service that you can sign up for to watch all those videos. Like when I do pro events and stuff, I use the BilliardNet.tv server exclusively. But for this event, it's on both BilliardNet.tv and my Facebook page.
And how are you? Are you covering multiple tables, just one, or?
I'm doing one table, but my camera can get 2. And then there's actually another guy by the name of Dwayne Zimmerman, who's from I think he's from around the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area, and he's gonna do a table as well. I think it's on LBS Billiards Championship page on Facebook. And then I'm going to try to get him to send it to BilliardNet.tv as well, so we can record those videos. So yeah, there's a couple tables. I mean, we could do I could do more tables, but it's just so many things to keep track of, really.
Yeah, you start going a little cross-eyed and you forget what you're doing.
Well,
I usually do 2, and that's probably enough for me. But
yeah, well, we do the streaming too and stuff like that, and it can get pretty chaotic when you're trying to cover multiple tables and trying to figure out what the score is and it's a lot to keep up with at times.
Oh yeah.
But we do appreciate you out there, because I mean, obviously, the key to this game growing and keeping it growing is obviously having the youth in the sport. And anytime that you can put a youth movement together and get a bunch of kids to come and play, that just helps this sport out tremendously.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, like I said, D. Adkins does a lot with his thing, and most of his kids are in this tournament that he trains with. He's trained multiple players that have won a couple titles. Tatum Cutting. She won a national BEF title in her division. She's playing in the tournament. There's another guy by the name of Joey Tate. You probably heard of him. He's from actually, I'm not sure where he's from, but he did really well.
For some reason, I was thinking Indiana, but I could be wrong.
I thought he was from Illinois, but I think he might have come from North Carolina. But when I streamed him about 5 years ago, I'm pretty sure it was in Illinois.
That's possible he could have moved too.
Well, I'm sure between your viewers and our viewers, somebody's going to figure it out and tell
somebody will know where he's from.
That's for sure. Well, before I forget too, I'm going to tell you when you get a second before everything gets too out of hand. Why don't you text us over whatever links you have for what things are going to be, and we'll make sure we share.
Yeah,
those
we'll
out
add them. We'll add them into our stream here tonight that we're doing, and that way people can click on it and take a look at it.
So you guys this is taking place when you talked about it earlier. You said over at Michael's Billiards. That's in Fairfield, Ohio, right?
Yeah, it's basically the direct suburb of Cincinnati.
Right.
It's right outside.
We got your flyer up here.
A lot of great players in here.
Yeah.
Shannon Murphy plays out of here. Alex Ollinger, Cody Myers, Billy Thorpe plays out of here.
World beaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you taking the time. We don't want to keep. I know you're probably getting ready and set up because this all starts tomorrow. Does it say what time on here? Check-in starts at
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm setting some things up with the software right now and everything. I mean,
Right.
It's no big deal. I got some time.
Well, our
these
main
kids
thing
are
is for
excited,
people to
man.
be able to see this. If you could, you definitely give us your information and stuff like that. Get a text over to us. We'll put links in there, and so people can click on it and go check it out tomorrow. That'd be great.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
want to.
thanks a lot. It's just go to Facebook and do a search for billiardnet.tv. I usually stream on my personal Facebook page, Mike Poole, but I've just recently switched over. But if somebody has any questions or anything, you can send me a message on that profile. I mean, it's pretty well known.
Awesome.
I got the players list here if you want me to kind of mention a little.
Oh yeah.
Sure,
A few
absolutely.
of the players. I mean, I got the whole list actually, but we got Matthew Alisi, Nick Stratton, Riley Atkins, that's Dee's son, Payne McBride, he's from Indiana, Brendan Sly, Ohio, Cole Bryson, Ohio, that's one of Dee's kids. We got a couple kids from Kentucky, Trevor Tingle, Michael Frazier, Tatum Cutting, I mentioned, she's from Ohio, Daniel Martin, he's from Indianapolis area. Ben Gonzalez, Eli Gonzalez.
There's Ben Gonzalez. Yeah, he
Landon
was the one that won
Dunlap.
Peoria.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he plays. That kid
if
plays.
if it's the same one, I'm
if
pretty
it's
sure
the
it
same
is.
kid, yeah, he's 16 years old. I believe Ben was 16.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just won the tournament in Peoria, and Sam Henderson took second.
Yeah, him and Sam were first and second over there. There's some.
No,
yeah, I'm not familiar with that name, so
Yeah,
I mean, we're not doing a Calcutta, but if we were, I'd buy him in the auction.
no, since you kind of bring that up, now this tournament, I know it's you have to lose 4 times in your round. Is that how it's working?
Yeah.
It's actually a really interesting format. You don't really explain it that way, although that's the easiest way to understand it. There's basically, if you look at the brackets, I actually posted a bracket on my page.
Okay.
There's two brackets in each round, and there's actually 4 rounds of qualifying play.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, there's 16 players will qualify for a single elimination portion of the tournament, which will be a race to 5.
Gotcha.
So in the brackets, we're playing races of 4, 3, 3, and then 2. And then if you look at this bracket, I mean, it's just wild how it flows. I mean, I've done many of these tournaments. The gentleman's name that came up with the system is Paul Schofield, and we're really fortunate to let him to have him let us use this format. And actually, it takes like 4 players to run it, or 4 people to run it, because you have to keep track of so many different things.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, I mean, for the player that's getting in, though, I mean, he's getting a lot of play for his money, and sometimes you go to a
They're
tournament.
getting a lot of play.
Right,
Yeah.
you go out,
correct.
you might travel 100 miles and go 2 rounds and you're out, and then you're
Right.
like, man, I didn't even you don't feel like you even got a chance to play. But this format here at least gives you a chance to dig yourself out of a hole.
Yeah, if you like I put on the flyer, if you lose 4 matches, if you don't win a single game, you're going to at least play 4 matches.
Yeah.
Correct.
So because you'll get moved out into the bracket, into the 3-loss bracket, and if you lose there, then you don't qualify. But if you actually play and win, and you win your first part of the bracket, you're actually not playing again until the finals on the final rounds, which will be Sunday.
Correct.
But you could be playing a lot of matches. Say you play almost out and almost qualify in one of the first rounds. You lose, you go to the second round. Maybe you might play a few more and get out. You're playing a lot. There's a lot of matches that can be played for sure, and you're going to play a lot of different opponents.
Well, it sounds like a great format. I've never experienced one like that myself, and I'm definitely interested in watching it. I'm definitely going to be watching the stream because I'm a pool junkie. I can't get enough of it. And I know Sam's coming out there, and we're huge fans of Sam. I'm a huge fan of Ben too, because he beat me in the Peoria tournament, so I'm now a big fan of his. And so we're.
I don't know if they're here yet, because I don't
No,
remember,
I think Sam just said
what Mom and Dad looks like.
Yeah, Sam they just posted a little bit ago, and they're supposed. Hopefully, maybe one of them will comment. They just said they just got into Ohio, so they're close.
Oh, okay. From here they probably got 2 hours.
Yeah, they're on
From
their
there,
way.
probably.
They just posted a picture of them crossing the Ohio line just a little while ago. They said they were going to be listening to the show on the way out there. We'll see. They haven't commented yet. So
So if I did, if I don't, sorry about butting it on you there. So the format also is I understand the brackets and all that stuff, and it sounds like a great way to do it. So there is no handicap. These are all heads up matches, whether it's a race to 5 or a 3 or 2 or whatever you're doing. Correct?
That's true, actually, because logically, it's like, okay, well, should the 8-year-old really play dead even with the 18-year-old? So to solve that, you would have to run 2 individual 32-player brackets.
Correct.
And they would almost all have to be totally full. So it's really difficult to find 32, 15, 14 and under players.
Sure.
So they're all playing together. I think a lot of people came out here just because we're having the event, really, because a lot of the junior events. Well, I know the VNEA Junior Nationals got canceled.
yeah,
A
most
lot
of
of everything.
So a lot of those kids, they've had nowhere to play.
Right. Yeah, poor Sam's been playing a lot of those isolation tournaments.
Yeah, we are doing that. We are separating, like, the furthest running 13-year-old player gets like X amount of money. The highest, like, finishing female gets X amount of money. I think the total prize purse will be over $6,000, actually.
Wow.
And that's for a junior tournament.
Right.
Okay?
That's
So
unbelievable.
I don't even know.
Hey, did I mention I'm only 17?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you better get on a flight, man. You got the spot.
We're gonna shave and
You're
head
right.
out.
I'll be right there. I'm 17 and a half.
But I mean,
Yeah,
it's
there's
great that you
only
guys
a
are
couple
putting it on.
tournaments that. Yeah. Thank you very much. There's only a couple tournaments which even pay. I don't even think there's any tournaments which pay money. Most of the time you get a trophy and a prize or something.
Correct.
But
Pat on the back.
all of these tournaments, even for these little like junior tour stops and stuff, it's all actual money, but it's also trophies. And it's a great way that all these kids can meet each other, because this is totally the next generation and the generation after, really.
Well,
Right.
here's an idea, Mike. I just thought about this, and here's $1 million idea for you, sir. You could go around and put on nothing but junior tournaments all over the United States, and if you could go to state and get 60, 70 players everywhere you go, you got something going on there. Then, if you think about it.
Actually, that's been thought about already.
Yeah, see, we're on the same page.
You stop giving away these $1 million ideas. You're killing us.
Hey,
I don't know if I can rustle up $2,000 or $3,000 added dollars in every area.
Right.
But
well, I mean, we do all agree that the only way that the sport's going to survive is we have to get that youth involved, and that's kind of a big thing that me and Greg have tried to work together in, and we're trying to get something together in our area so we can get the young players in the. We're from the Sterling Rock Falls area, kind of out, we're a little west of Chicago. And, we used to have a big pool hall out in this area, and the kids would all come and play. And we had a big youth movement back in the early 90s, but the pool hall unfortunately closed down. And since the mid 2000s, we haven't had a pool. So for about the last 10, 15 years, we haven't had a pool hall in the area. And our league players are all getting old.
Yeah.
And we need some young blood in it.
Some of us are getting ready to age out.
did you say are you guys kind of by Peoria?
Yeah, we're straight north of Peoria, about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was out there a few months. Well, I don't know when it was now, because I do so many events. But
Yeah,
I
you
think
were
it was
down there.
probably
You
like
were down there,
6
and
months ago.
you did a Racks on the Rocks tournament. What was it last, like in the October of last year or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually, that sounds about right, because it was like right next to the Midwest Bar Table Classic event.
Right. I remember Buddy Hall played in it, if I remember right, because I was.
Yeah, he did. Shane McMahon.
Yep. I bought that stream. So
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate the support.
Oh yeah, I know that I've watched a few streams that you've done. You usually go out to Vegas and do the VNEA, don't you?
Yeah, that's correct, and that's another thing I didn't do this year. So that's like a huge event that I missed out of my calendar. I mean, I missed.
Well, they didn't even do that event, did they?
60% of my busy season, really.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because of the virus.
Yeah.
And they just keep canceling. I just saw that they canceled Turning Point. Or
Turning Stone, yeah.
Turning Stone.
Yep.
I don't know why I said point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just canceled that too. So it's just ugh.
Well, hopefully, Mike. Hopefully, we get through all this and everything gets back to normal. Because, I mean, and I don't know what it's like in your area or stuff like that, but we still are waiting to even get our league started. Although we're about there.
Yeah, we got a couple that are getting ready too.
But we've really struggled just to get any pool playing going on at all. I mean, we're recording live here from my garage. We call it the pigeon coop because we're all a bunch of pigeons here. But we've been doing action games in here, and you'd be surprised just by because there's no content coming out. We're getting 2,000-3,000 viewers watching a couple open players play a race to 10. So people are out there. They're hungry to see some pools. There's just not a lot of new content to put out.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm throwing a tournament in August. I posted it up. I got a couple $100 added, a couple sponsors. 48 player max. It was sold out in about I don't know, 8 hours or something.
Yeah, it's
at Mike's pool room actually.
They're chomping at it. People want to play, and it's finding the place where you can do it in a big enough. Because right now, I mean, Iowa's the closest stuff for us is Iowa.
Yeah, we go over
and
Clinton, Iowa.
Because there's really no limits over there as far as like capacity. So they're starting to get their bigger tournaments going on. Eric Gardner.
Oh, so you're close to like Davenport and like Leisure Time and stuff.
Yep.
Because Eric Gardner, he's put on a couple over there at Legends. Yeah, he just finally got a couple going back on over there. He had two weren't they back to back?
Yeah, we had back to back weekends. We did an 8-ball and then a 10-ball. It was 8-ball and 10. I think it was 8-ball, 10-ball, and the 8-ball had close to 70 players, and the 10-ball had 50 some players. So I mean, two good tournaments back to back weekends. So
we do have a few coming up here. Josh is putting together some stuff. Josh has actually got a really good match going on over at Rax right now. He just sent me an update.
Roberto Gomez is taking on Justin Bergman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very well aware of it.
Oh yeah, you got don't you have something down there streaming or something, or no? Who was it?
No, that's Ray.
Okay,
I wouldn't be in both places. Ray's doing that event.
I thought maybe you had like another guy that was out there working for you or something streaming matches. I wasn't sure.
So,
but I mean that's going on. I know Roberto, last I heard, was in the lead, but I don't know where we're at now.
He's still up. It sounds like it's what he said. Berg's break is killing him right now.
Oh, well, it happens.
So he's having a little rough time. Well, we appreciate you taking some time to talk about this, and of course, we absolutely appreciate the time and effort you put in to put together an event for the juniors, because like Hollywood said, and everybody agrees, those kids are the absolute future, and we need them to keep our sport growing and keep it growing. And it's good to see that people aren't giving up on it, because there are a lot of kids that want to play, and there's for some reason all these people kind of think, well, these kids don't want to play, they're all in there, but there's a large group of kids out there that still want to play this game. They love it. They got the bug, and it's good that there are people out there like you doing that, and we really appreciate that. And we will definitely get those links shared out so people can check it out, and we will be, like I said, we will be sitting around watching it for sure.
Absolutely,
because we're cheering Sam on. We absolutely adore that kid. He's great.
And I want Ben to do good too.
Yeah. Well, he has to do good, because
I'll make sure I get him on the stream for you.
Awesome.
We'll definitely be checking it out. We'll share your links. We'll do all that stuff. We'll do everything we can to get as many viewers headed your way as possible.
So, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us tonight. We'll let you get back to your setting up, and feel free to
thanks, guys.
Send us anything in the future that you want us to share. We're like I said, we're all about people who grow and promote the sport, and we really appreciate everything you do. You have a great weekend, and I hope everything runs real smooth.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Send me a message on Mike Pool if you got any questions, and check out the stream on BilliardNet.tv on Facebook. Or if you're a paying subscriber, or if you want to be a paying subscriber, you can go to BilliardNet.tv, just on the website. And actually, I got a coupon that's COVID sucks, and it's 99 cents to sign up for the first month.
Nice. There you go. That's awesome. Mike, thank you very, very much. Like I said, thank you very, very much. Have a great weekend.
All right, guys.
We'll talk to you again.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yep.
All right, you guys sound good.
Thanks,
Thanks, Mike.
Bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye.
Well, that was Mike.
That was Mike.
Interesting.
I was expecting that. I talked to a different Mike when I first talked to him.
Yeah, I know. But we did talk to a Mike. We just didn't talk to the. We just talked.
Oh, he didn't hang up.
He didn't hang up yet.
No,
Yeah.
well, you're not. We are. You guys, nobody else heard him. He's still there.
But no, I mean, it was great to have him on and doing a lot of stuff for pool out in the Ohio area. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. Anytime anybody's going to get the youth movement going, I got to get behind that 100% because the future of the sport, and I always say it, is about the kids. If I'm gonna be 50 years old, and you start thinking about our area, and you start thinking about the pool players. I mean, we got that youth movement that came through when leisure time was open. And all them kids, some of them kids, I mean, a lot of them kids aren't even playing anymore, but we've got a few guys that are well into their 30s now, but that's our young group. And we need to like in this area, parents, if you're listening.
Yes.
If you want to get your kids playing pool, you can bring them to my house.
Right.
We can have youth night here on whatever night you want to do it, on Sunday afternoons, whatever.
That'd be cool.
If you got kids that want to come play, it don't cost you anything. They can come in here. And we can do drills. We can do all sorts of stuff. I'm actually a pretty decent coach.
We have plenty of examples.
Not a very good player.
We have plenty of examples of what to do and what not to do.
Yes.
So we can definitely take care of that.
Yes.
That was cool. That was and it's what it takes because I mean, like I said, there's a ton of kids that want to play, but unfortunately, there's just not a lot of places for them to do it, and a lot of or events that make because it's one thing to give a kid a place to play. But he can only knock the balls around so long before he wants. Once you get that bug and you want to compete.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
you gotta get somewhere like we are still working on getting our junior program in Dixon working. We're now that things are starting to open up.
We got to get the COVID.
Yeah, we're getting past that and trying to get it all worked out. So
because parents are, and you got to be with the parents on this one. Parents got to look on the safe side of things. They can't be sending their kids out if they're afraid of whatever, and I don't blame them for that. But like I said, my door is always open. I try to keep everything as cleaned up in here as possible. When we get done using the table, I always try to clean it up. I try to disinfect the balls. I try to disinfect the table, blah, 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 blah. But like I said, if you got kids, you can contact me through Facebook. If they want to learn the game, I will open my doors to any young girl, boy, whatever, that wants to come and play some pool and learn the game because I will personally take the time and teach it myself if I have to. That's the great thing about YouTube nowadays. You can get, you can get practice drills up. We can watch. We got video. I mean, I got the big screen television right back here. We can watch videos. We can go from watching the video, go over, transfer it to the table, and work on the game. And I will sit out here for hours and work with somebody that wants to learn to play the game, especially with the youth, because that's where it's at. I mean, I'm too old to ever become a professional, but I'd like to get a young man or a young lady in here someday where I can say, you know what? 15 years ago, I trained that kid, and
I made him.
Now he's on TV making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Well, let's take a quick second to say big thanks to a couple of the people that help us bring our streams to you and keep them just the way you like them, free. When we get done with those, we'll come back and we'll talk about the rest of the stuff on this list. We're going to start off with CBM Construction, Bill Lilly. 815-716-6727. Give Bill a call. He builds it best. He's offering all your construction needs as well as your heating and cooling services and installation, licensed, bonded, and insured. Bill can do it. Give him a call. Good, honest prices, good, honest work, some really good stuff. Check out his Facebook page. He just posted up some more video or more pictures of some really good work that he did. CBM Construction, Bill builds it best. Give him a call for all your construction needs.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better worker. No, you just can't.
And A&A Flooring, Sterling, Illinois, 815-632-0675. Give Al a call. Check out his website at aafloors.biz with the on-site tool where you can check out flooring options in your home without tearing things up or spending a bunch of money or moving furniture around. You just click, check it all out. You wander around your house, go, oh man, that's what that look like. Wow, that's cool. That's aafloors.biz, A&A Flooring, Sterling, Illinois, 815-632-0675.
And to talk a little bit about Al, I know we're always you can't, him and his wife Angie just can't ask for nicer people.
I turned the wrong guy down.
You did.
Just for a second. So he didn't lose his mind. I did. Sorry about that. You guys heard me cough and heard him not talk. So my bad.
No, but what I was just getting at is, you can't ask for, Al and Angie over there. With the flooring business, you just can't ask for nicer people.
Oh yeah.
I always say you get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hire Al to come over and do the floors, you're gonna get what you pay for and it's top notch. I mean, you're just not gonna find somebody that does it better than Al does. Al's been at it for a long time, and he makes sure the job gets done right. I promise you that.
Good people. So you heard us kind of mention it. We talked about it a little bit. A lot of cool stuff going on around right now. Right now, at this moment, at Racks on the Rocks, and live pay-per-view on Pool Action TV. You can just search Pool Action TV and go over there and find out how you can get set up for it. I'm not sure what the cost is. That was the one question I forgot to ask. I suppose I could probably check it out and find out.
Yeah, we could probably figure that out, or have Josh shoot us a text or whatever. But what we have is Justin Bourbon taking on Roberto Gomez. It's a race to 108 ball. They're playing on the big table. I believe they're playing on the big table anyways.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I never did ask if they were playing on the big table, but being that they're pros, I can't imagine they're playing on the bar box. I can't imagine that they are. I'm going to make a prediction.
Uh-oh.
Because remember when I made that prediction the last time? I hit it right on the nose. Now, what was our latest score? So way nobody thinks I'm buffaloing them.
Just about, what time is it? 7 something. About 10 minutes ago, the score was 12-7 Gomez.
Okay. Now, if any of you have been watching any of the chatter online, nobody gives Gomez a chance to win this match. Nobody.
Yeah, nobody is.
And everybody that wants to take Gomez wants weight. They want gains. Now, being that I'm not in a gambling position these days, I'm not going to gamble on this. But I'm going to tell you right now. Here's a little insight. I've done some research. I went back and I watched Roberto's game. They call him Superman. And they call him Superman for a reason. If you ever seen that guy break the balls, holy smokes! I don't think there's anybody in the pool industry that hits him harder than he does. He hits them so hard, he jumps. I mean, both feet are off the ground when he makes contact with the ball. Anyways, not that helps him any, but right. I don't know if it helps him or not, but it's what he does. But here's your score. I'm predicting the upset victory. Roberto Gomez beats Justin Bergman 100-87.
Ooh.
Now remember I said that 100-87. Gomez wins.
We'd like to. I want to see some of your guys' predictions too. Hit us up in the chat box or send us a text 833-868-7665 or message us through the Facebook page. Be a part of the show. Jump in the chat box. Wherever you're watching, YouTube. Facebook.
Got any league operators out there want to give us a call or give us a shout out? Let us know about your leagues. And I forgot. I was going to say, the match started today. Obviously, it just got started
about 5:00,
and it's going to run through Sunday. They're going to play. They're racing to X amount of numbers.
35 the first day, 70 the second day,
and then they finish it on Sunday.
Not games. 35 of the score.
Correct. And I predicted 100-87.
187.
I think
Gomez.
Roberto wins by 13 games.
Huh? You heard it here.
Nobody.
You heard it right here.
You heard it right here. Roberto Gomez wins 100-87. Now, whether that'll happen, he's got an early lead.
I got faith in you. You called that Pun Van Kampen match.
I hit that right on the dot.
Right on the numbers.
Right
dude.
on the number.
He watches a lot of pool, man. This guy, he knows what he's talking about. Most of the time, when he talks, you're like, I don't know, but
yeah. It's getting me to shut up is the hard part.
Right. Right. Exactly. So you got that going on. It's over there. It started at 5:00 at Racks on the Rocks in Peoria. And on the pay-per-view, Larry Schwartz is in the booth offering his commentary and insight into the whole thing. So a lot of really good information you'll get to hear if you check out the pay-per-view. So, of course, do that after the show.
Right. After the show.
we won't keep you long, but and so
it's a slow night here at the pool hall.
So it is. I was just thinking, man, something's missing. And it was like, we're not hearing anybody banging things around. It's like, what the heck? Welker must have got bored bouncing the cue ball off the table.
Well, he had gotten off work and he had, he wanted to come over. He wanted to hit some balls because well, for those of you that don't know, and maybe missed the last show, but we did get the we got the new Simonis cloth on there. Thing runs slick as can possibly be. Now the only thing we got to do now is we still do want to change the rails and tighten the table up a little bit. Try to get it, like I said, finances dictate that I got to keep a Valley table and I can't afford a diamond anymore. So we're going to try to tighten this one up, get it to play as close to Diamond as I possibly can.
Unless somebody from Diamond is watching and wants to make an old man happy.
Yeah, I want to donate me a. The thing about it is, though, if I was going to get a Diamond, I'd put a 9-footer in there.
You like that, Bill? That's a pretty sweet shirt. Check that out, buddy. That's a nice shirt.
See, he took his shirt home and he's wearing it.
Yeah.
See?
There you go.
I, on the other hand, first week I'm usually wearing one of the bar shirts or a TNT shirt, or I'm advertising for somebody.
He was out enjoying life and stuff.
Yeah, I got some wind therapy today. I need it once in a while. I just I gotta get out. Crack the throttle open a little bit.
It did you good. You look good, buddy. You look good. So we talked about it a little bit ago as well. We at the top of the show, we're going to be tomorrow. We're going to be over at in Lanark at Dave's Place, 121 North Broad Street in Lanark, for our what we're calling Return to Dave's Place tournament. We COVID shut down the last couple of dates we had set there. So still plenty of room if you guys want to play. We're drawing at 11:45, breaking at noon. The doors open at 11. We'll start taking in-venue signups there. Of course, you can always sign up online, buddiswiser.net. Click on Register for Tournament at the top. Yes, sir?
I have a question.
Oh, yes, sir.
See, I'm learning. I'm trying not to butt in. See, I'm going to start raising my hand.
You can screw with me.
Okay, so we're going to Dave's Place tomorrow. I'm in the tournament, so you're all fighting for second. How many players are they taking?
We are taking 24.
24 players, and there are spots open. So there you go, Bill.
There
you ain't got nothing going on tomorrow.
Bill is playing. He is one of the people signed up.
Oh, well, Bill could probably pick me up.
There you go. Bill, come pick up Hollywood.
If you could pick me up, Bill, give me a text and let me know.
It's way too early for him to come riding with me.
Well, I'll ride up early and help you set up and stuff. I'm just saying, I don't have wheels.
Right. Unfortunately, we won't be streaming that one tomorrow. Not quite yet. We're working on it. Bill just asked if you need a ride. That you can tell the timing between our chats.
Yeah, I definitely need a ride, Bill. So just give me a text or call and let me know what time you're thinking, because I really would appreciate a ride, because, I could go get the motorcycle, I suppose, and strap the queue on my back and ride it up there, but it's a little bit of a long haul for me to be riding that far in my condition.
He's got you. So then we kind of touched on this, and we'll talk about that coming up here pretty soon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that. Let me see where to go. Let me find it. Here we go. Well, you saw this is the bracket for the junior tournament we were talking about, and that Sam's going to go play in, all kinds of cool stuff there, the information. A lot of really good sponsors on there.
Oh, I thought they were playing 8-ball. They're playing 9-ball.
Yeah, it's a 9-ball.
I must have misunderstood him. I'm sorry.
It's going to be pretty cool. You heard us talking to Mike about that, and it's going to be awesome. Good luck, Sam. Kick butt. Don't worry about that. And then we talked about the Superman. There's some information there for those of you who didn't hear it or just kind of want to see where you can go. Pool Action TV is putting that on. Just search Pool Action TV, and it'll take you to where you can get to the pay-per-view.
You would think Superman could just pick Iceberg up and throw him into outer space like in the cartoons.
Yeah, and it'd just be over. So, and then of course there's our Dave's Place flyer. Where were we at? We're working down the list. There we go. Don't forget, coming up next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, July 14th, 7 o'clock at Cardwell's is your. I don't know why it says Northwest Music, but it's for your Jedi Sterling Rock Falls Summer ACS League meeting. They're going to talk about some scheduling stuff, some new rules. They did make some changes.
They're going to elect officials.
Yeah, elect new officers. Because you remember last year there was a lot. They are actually eliminating a couple of the venues that you can play at. And they'll explain that.
Well, right. What they're doing is they're eliminating any outside other vendors. So I mean, basically, what it is Jedi. It's Jedi's League,
right.
And they're only going to be using Jedi equipment from here on out.
They're going to.
So and you can. I mean, you can't blame them, because there's sometimes there was always confusion of who's getting paid what or whatever. Where is this money going? Where's that money? So what Jedi's done, they said, we
It's
got
just-
enough tables out there now.
Yep.
We're gonna play our team or our leagues and stuff just in our venues that have
And it's-
our
and it's
tables,
not
which is fun.
It's not uncommon.
Well,
for
that's exactly how
right.
it should work.
And then it's not uncommon for operators to do things. So Tuesday night at Cardwell's, and don't forget you can also sign your team up if you can't make the meeting for some reason. You can sign your team up at budiswiser.net. Just hop up to the top of the page, and you will see Rock Falls ACS sign up. You can click on that and fill out your team information, and just make sure that when you do it, there's little red asterisks by certain boxes. Those boxes have to be filled out for you have to have at least the names of 4 players, and then the captain, I think, has to fill out a little bit more information. So make sure every box with a red asterisk gets filled out before you hit submit, otherwise it won't send.
And if you don't have, if you're trying to put a team together last second, whatever, which is fine. Well, that's usually what happens.
Right.
Because we never knew when this was going to all get started, and hopefully we don't go backwards by the next week or two.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do not have a venue to play out of, just know that. I'm just going to name off the ones I can think of off the top of my head. You got Johnny's in Sterling.
Johnny's, yep.
You got the Cooler. You got the Whiskey Barrel. Are we going to Cardwell's?
Yeah, Cardwell's.
Cardwell's. Route 30.
Route 30 slots and cocktails.
Slots and cocktails.
They have room
Route
for
30.
4 teams.
And then I'm not sure what other VFW maybe. I don't know if the VFW is having a team or not.
I can't remember.
But anyways,
Basically,
if you have a question, or if you're looking for a venue, and you don't know who has Jedi tables or don't have Jedi tables, either contact Greg or myself. We'll find out if you need a venue to play out.
Right.
We'll find you a place.
Just off the top, just to kind of help, if it helps, couple of the places that you played at last year that you can't this year: Corner Tap, PJ's, Palms.
Correct. That should be the only 3 places, I think.
Froggies.
And Froggies.
Right. Those places won't be able to play in that Jedi League. So definitely check with someone, us or Teresa.
But they will be involved in the Thursday night men's league.
Yes,
they'll all be involved in that one. No, that will not change.
So, and then some good news. We're going back out to Lanark for TNT's first tournament in a while, and the TNT Rock Falls Double League starts this Sunday. So if you were signed up to play in that and weren't sure or didn't know what was going on for some reason, we've got the TNT Leagues group. Just search TNT Leagues on Facebook. And of course I started a chat too as well with everybody in it so that you know kind of what's going on. So you guys start playing this Sunday.
Are you playing in that?
No, I'm not. I was in the Dixon one. Right now I am Sans team for everything. I have nothing. I have diddly poo.
I was just going to say, if you wanted to throw something together, we could play together.
We can't get it in the Rock Falls one. Now I'm done. It's set. It's going.
That's going. Okay.
It's going.
All
You can't unless somebody falls out. If somebody falls out, then yeah. But anyhow, that's a whole nother
because my goal is from here on out is to stay on my feet for a very long time and not be laid up anymore.
There you go.
So we're let's just pray that happens.
Well, TNT Fall Leagues are coming back soon, so we'll find out more about that.
Do I play? Oh yeah, I play in that, but I didn't get to play much in last year.
You started it, but yeah. So, and a big shout out to all the venues supporting the TNT Rock Falls Doubles League: the Cooler, Corner Tap, Cardwell's, Route 30 Slots and Cocktails, and the Moose.
Oh, I got to say something.
Go
completely.
For it.
Well, kind of related.
Yeah.
So last night, for the first time since last year, at sometime probably October, whatever. I know I talk about food all the time, going to the bars and eating food. So last night, I had my good friend Dustin Duche, one of my best pals of my whole life, comes over last night. We shot a few games of pool, and then he took me down to the Whiskey Barrel, and I got a Whiskey Barrel cheeseburger and fries and a room temperature pop because I can't drink anything cold. But it was still good, though. And see, I told Raul, he was down there, Raul Molina, and great guy, runs a great venue. If you want good food, you want to go down and get entertained, you want to go watch a good band once this COVID stuff all gets over with, good place to go down there. And I told Raul, I said, we talk about it. I said, Raul, have you ever watched one of the shows? He's like, no. I said, well, we talk about you all the time.
Jeez.
And he's like, he was like, I don't believe you. I said, well, watch tomorrow's show. So Raul, if you watch the show, Here, we're
bet you-
talking about the Whiskey
bet
Barrel,
you
your
we've-
burgers and food. If
I
you want
bet you
good food,
we've-
you go to the Whiskey Barrel.
I bet you we've mentioned the Whiskey Barrel on almost every single episode.
Whiskey Barrel and the cooler.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Not that not that they're paying us or nothing.
No, they don't pay us
No,
anything.
they're such pleasant people.
They are. I mean, Renee and
Absolutely.
Kendra next door over at the cooler. I
Oh,
mean, I've been
And
doing DJ stuff for them for years, and you can't ask for nicer people. And you might even see get a little plug for myself
I
here.
saw that.
DJ Hollywood is coming back on the scene, baby, and he's going to appear in some places that he's never been before. I like talking about myself in the third person.
Oh Lord.
And Hollywood's back, baby. Hollywood's back. It's kind of a necessity. I mean, I retired from the DJ world a few months back. When I was having
Sucked you back in.
and then this funny thing happened. I'm not able to work right now. And I hope the IRS isn't listening. But if they are,
He still can't work.
I still can't work. I'm going to actually have all the other guys do all the work. I'm just going to stand around talking on the microphone once in a while, but because they say I'm pretty good at it. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to do some DJ shows. You'll probably see me downtown in a couple different locations. Let's just put it that way.
Sweet. We might have to mix it up. We'll have DJ Hollywood DJ one of our streams.
Yeah, there we go.
Matt Snyder says that him and Shorty are going to win your benefit.
Well, Matt, I hope you do. And speaking of Matt, he just had. Well, we're going to talk about. We'll get into the grudge matches in a second.
We'll do that. Let's finish up my list.
Your list of things that you have. Yes.
So the Rock Falls Doubles League this Sunday. All those matches are all scheduled to. Those matches are all scheduled to start at 4:00, unless of course the teams agree on something a little different. Hollywood just ran off on me. And a couple other Dixon leagues that I wanted to kind of touch on. I talked to Amy over at the Val's Saturday League. If you guys remember, we talked about them a while back. They had 2 weeks left, and they have a really super tight battle for the top spot in that league. Actually, the top 3 teams, I think, the top 3 spots were super close, maybe even 4. Super close in points. They were just, it was anybody's game at that point, and they only had 2 weeks left. And then everything kind of hit, and it put Val in a tough spot. And so if you're in Dixon, go stop at Val's and spend a bunch of money there, and be awesome, because Val's awesome, and she did not get the love out of this that she should have out of all this thing.
Absolutely.
The state didn't do her good at all. Let's just put it that way.
Or if you have a lot of money and you don't want to go to Val's and spend it, you can just drop it off here at the Pigeon Coop. I got a wheelbarrow right over here. We can put it.
Oh, there's a link in the description too where you can support the stream. You could even send us some money.
Yeah. We're always looking for a little donations to help us out. Also looking for some sponsors. We need some more sponsors. If there's some sponsors out there,
we're reaching tons of people. So get your name out there. Get a hold of us.
COVID's starting to lift. We want to be able to take the show on the road.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's something else we'll talk about in a minute. So, but they're still holding out. They have 2 weeks left to settle that, and as soon as they get the okay, they're going to go back at it. They have not given up hope. They are still going to finish that season off. They say they're working on it. I talked to Andy Van Houston with the Dixon City League. They were right in the midst of their city tournament, the year-end tournament for their season. And, of course, it got interrupted. They just had, they only had a couple more matches left in that tournament, maybe 3 or 4 rounds, I think. And it kind of got held up. And when I find the old bracket, I'll try to get it up, but I can't remember where I left it. But he says that he is now working on getting a hold of the captains to start making arrangements to try to get the rest of those matches played to get that finished off. So the Dixon City League is in the process of finishing off that tournament. That's awesome. That's good news. That makes me happy. There was a couple of really good teams left in that too. So, and one team that, how did they put it, was just throwing a wrench in the whole thing. They were going through there just messing everybody all up. I want to say it was Rick's team. Wakefield. They just came through and started wandering through the tournament like you wouldn't believe. Nobody was. I guess it was some. I don't know. It was a weird story. It was so long ago, but they were just like they keep going. Can't stop them.
Hey, Rick's a good player.
Yeah, he is, and they've got a good team. Actually, I think it's him and Al and
is Rick. Yeah, Rick and Al.
Rick, Al, Mike Forbes, and I forget who the fourth was. It might have been Jim.
Could have been.
I think. I'm not sure.
I'll say this about Rick. I don't know if he ever watches the show or not, but I think Rick is probably one of the most underrated players in this area.
Absolutely.
Because Rick plays pretty good
That-
stick. And I just don't think he gets the credit he deserves because, and I don't even know if he gives himself enough credit
No.
at times because he plays better than what people give him credit for,
that dude,
and himself included.
He can play. He can do some wick. He sees so many shots,
Yeah,
and he's not afraid to try them until he makes them. And he's a monster.
I like Rick's game. I really do.
Uh,
And since we're talking about that, Rick, we can get together and play sometime. I'm just kidding, Rick. I'm just kidding. No, I do. I like Rick's game, and there's a gentleman right there that I think if he had more time to dedicate to the game, which I mean, he's a job, he got things going on, stuff like that.
He's running people all where they need to go. He's hopping in the limo, taking people, driving around.
Right, but I'm just saying. I mean, that guy right there. If he had a pool table at his house, he'd be a world beater.
Oh yeah. Illinois Valley ACS West, East and West divisions. Your updated schedules. You can see this is the East Division, and there's your West Division. Your updated schedules are posted at, I know for sure, at the Facebook page. I'm pretty sure they're up on your website as well. Kaylee just put those up just the other day. You can see that. And the Kewanee Sheffield 3-on-3 updated schedule is up as well. You can see some information there about the playoffs and stuff like that. So make sure you check the Facebook page, Illinois Valley ACS West, and Facebook page and the website. Or if you have any questions, make sure you get a hold of Kaylee, and she'll get you all straightened out there.
Kaylee is the hardest working woman in pool.
Oh
she
man,
has to be.
She's just a hard working woman.
Well, not to mention she's got to put up with Donnie Daly.
See, you beat me to it.
Creepers,
That Donnie guy. Jeez. And then this one's a little bit out there, and then I have a couple others that I meant to add, but I didn't get to it. This is another great thing. Josh has got a lot of really good stuff going on, and this is something that he's been doing for a couple years. And
this is a tournament I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, the P-Town Throwdown. Number 3, July 25th and 26th at Racks on the Rocks. 9-ball alternate break, rack your own, Texas Express, no 3 foul. Handicap by board from 3 to 11, pros play to 13. You can contact Josh Suits at 309-203-5075 or Racks at 309-839-2609 for more information about the P-Town Throwdown. It's a ton of fun. Yes, sir.
And just to add to this, now, I had never been down to Racks on the Rocks before, and I always wanted to go down there. I always heard about how nice it was, so on and so forth. I'm telling you, people, if you have not been down to Racks on the Rocks, stop in there. The service is good. The food's good. And you're going to be shocked how nice this place is. I don't know, like, for example, we got some really nice pool halls around here. I mean, we do. I mean, you got Sharky's out there, which has turned into a game room for kids and stuff, but still a nice place. You have the Carom Room up there in Wisconsin where all the heavy hitters show up. And then you got Peoria down here, Racks on the Rocks. And I'm telling you, that place rivals the Carom Room. I mean, they're both really nice places, and I can't knock either one of them. But I was just, when I walked into that place down there at Racks on the Rocks Peoria, I was just amazed how nice it was, how well organized it was. Josh Schutz runs a tournament that just, I mean, there's just, the guy doesn't miss a beat. He runs a real tight ship. And it was an amazing place. You got to go down there and check it out. And I don't know exactly how the pool rates always work, but you can basically go down there during the day from about noon to about 6, 7 o'clock at night, play pool for free. I mean, they got the gaming in there and they got food in there. Of course, that's how they're making money. But you can walk in there and play on a top-notch diamond table that's well taken care of for little or nothing. Wow. So if I mean, I'm telling you, if I lived in Peoria, if I lived anywhere, I almost want to just get in the truck and drive down there now.
It would be at Racks on the Rocks.
Yes, I mean, you're not going to find a nicer, more organized place. I mean, you're going to find places that are equivalent to it, and right. I'm sure there's nicer pool halls in the country. I mean, but that place it's a pretty nice setup what they got going on.
Give them a call for more information, 309-839-2609, Racks on the Rock, Peoria, Illinois. I forgot where we were going. Let's talk about that match that happened. I'm still really mad. For those of you who know anything about computers, every once in a while you get an update on your computer that takes longer than Grandma Molasses trying to plow snow, and so I didn't get to make it.
Well, we had some grudge matches, so we'll get to that. We had Matt
Schneider.
He took on Rick Carrillo. Now it is a bit of a mismatch. Definitely Matt was stepping up in competition for sure, and he took on Rick. He come out blasting. I mean, I didn't actually come out and watch the match myself because they came in late.
He got up to a 5-0 lead.
He was out 5-0 on Rick. Rick come back, beat him 10-6, and then the second set, Rick I think pretty much manhandled him in the second set too.
I don't think they got all the way through it. I think it ended at somewhere around 7-1.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing about it is it's not a knock against Matt's game, but when you step up and play a master player, I mean, you better bring your A game.
Well, and
especially when you're playing Rick Carrillo, who's, arguably, if you take Rockfall, Sterling Dixon is arguably the best 8-ball player in this area that we have. Now, there's some guys out there that, that could certainly beat Rick in 8-ball. I mean, you got my uncle Jimmy Lefevre, who plays really well good 8-ball, and then you got forgetting the one guy's name from Dixon.
Lon?
Not Lon Dixon, no.
Jeff?
No.
Jeff?
No.
Ducky?
No.
The one guy from Dixon.
Yeah, plays really good 8-ball, best 8-ball player in the area.
Keith?
No.
Well, you're not helping.
No, I know. And I guarantee you, there's somebody that probably pop up here pretty soon and tell me who I'm trying to think of. No.
Who are you talking? The other 8-ball
He's
player?
a golfer. He only plays once in a while. He mainly goes over to Rochelle and plays out there with TJ and them guys.
Oh, Kevin
Donner. Yes, creepers.
Hey, Cal, what's going on?
Yeah, Kevin Donner. Kevin Donner.
Well, that was a long trip, right?
I know. I was trying to get there. Sometimes my mind goes blank. I apologize about that, folks. But Kevin Donner is a hell of an 8-ball player, and I'm sure he'd take anybody on that wanted to come play him.
I would love.
But like I said, arguably Rick, actively is probably the best 8-ball player in the area right now. But it's up for debate.
I actually heard that Kevin was kind of looking. He was kind of looking to start playing because he got himself a little fixed up.
Yeah, he got his knee. Well, so he's having a lot of problems with the knee, and he got that fixed up. And now, if you want to play if any of you guys want to play some 8-ball, you get a hold of me. I could probably get a hold of Kevin Donner and probably set you up an 8-ball game because the guy can play some 8-ball bar box 8-ball. Now, they played. We also had. I don't know if we did last. Well, we didn't do the show last week. Did we talk about the Amy Kaylee match much? I can't remember if we did or not.
I don't know because I don't think we did the show because that was
the following week. So
what day did they play? They played on the 30th.
I mean, we streamed it, but I don't know if we ever really talked about it.
Because I don't think we had a show after that.
Yeah, and the two ladies got together. They came down here and played. Had a really good match. Amy, who, I thought was going to be the underdog in that match, and I think and rightfully so. I think she is the underdog in that match. I think Kaylee probably actually plays a little bit better than Amy does, but that's why you play the game. Yeah. Amy, they did a race to
10.
A race to 10, and I think.
Well, technically, it turned out to be 12.
Well, however it worked out, but the ladies got together and they played some pretty good pool. Had a lot of people watched.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And we had Amy won 10 to I believe 7, maybe 6.
6 or 7, might have been 8.
10-8, whatever it was. Amy come out with the victory. I know they're going to want a rematch. Kaylee's chomping at the bit, wants a rematch. Yeah.
Well, because they both had come off a long stretch of not really playing much either.
Well, right.
Because Kaylee's pool room has been under construction, and so she wasn't playing much, and Amy wasn't playing much. So they both kind of.
Well, yeah, and Amy. I mean, the only time Amy ever gets to play, I mean, she without leagues. I mean, she hasn't been, in the last couple of years. She hasn't played a whole lot of pool. It comes over here once in a while, hit some balls once in a while. But I was pleasantly surprised. They both played pretty decent pool, and it was fun. It was entertaining to watch. So we had that match, and then we had Trenton Bertlow took on
Sam?
Sam Maggio.
Was it Sam?
And they've been going back.
I thought he retired.
No. Well, he might be. He said he was retired until this week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He
retired
said until this following week, and he's going to come back. He says
he
needs to get some practice. He needs a key to the garage. He said I need to practice. Trenton put a pretty good beating on him. I didn't get in here to watch any of the races. I know that Trenton Bertlow cut loose on him and tore him up pretty good. But Sam is resilient. He's not a quitter, and he'll be back, and I'm sure they'll be playing again because these guys have been just going at it like cats and dogs. So, that's always a good.
Cal, who are you talking about? Who are you? Cal says I'll play him, but he doesn't say who are you. I missed. And those two play once a week.
Yeah. They actually, Matt, they probably play more than that on average. But and look, we also, if you got a grudge match, if you want the TNT to come out and we'd like to pull once again, like take this show on the road,
right?
And we don't necessarily have to come here and play. We will travel to a certain extent to do your match. Now, for example, if you've got somebody that's over in Iowa that wants to come out, throw us a few bucks, pay for some gas, pay for a little food or something between the two players. And we're not asking for a lot, but if we're going to travel somewhere to go stream your particular grudge match,
showing a little appreciation. Never hurts.
Throw a little gas money at us and stuff like that. And it don't have to be big money. It doesn't have to be anything. Just cover our costs to get there because we want the material.
20%.
Yeah. We want to stream these matches, but you also have to understand that we can't be traveling all over the place and spending all our own money to do it. So if you got two players that are going to get together and they're going to play for a few $100s a set or whatever they're going to do, hey, throw us a couple bucks when it's done. We'll be happy. As long as we got enough to put gas in the vehicle and get from point A to point B, maybe a little bit of food, we're good.
Because otherwise we're crashing on your house and farting in your pillow.
Right. We're not asking for a ton of money, but cover some costs would be nice.
A little appreciation, like we do this stuff because we love this. We love this sport and we want it to grow. That's why we do what we do is to shine the light on the people and the places that do everything they can to promote and grow the sport. That's what we're all about. That's why we're always telling you guys, venues and operators and directors, send us your stuff so we can tell people how awesome you are. People, like Josh Suits. That guy puts in the time. He puts on some great tournaments and it shows in the numbers. The guy draws. Eric Gardner puts on amazing tournaments.
Big E is he's just a super nice guy. I really love that guy.
Such a class act and just class act. We have a great group of people in this area. Kaylee, that, like you said, that woman puts in some work, dude. She puts in, and she has got quite the demanding. I'm not going to go into it, but she's got quite the demanding day job, and she juggles.
And she has to put up with Donnie.
And she puts up with Donnie, which is like a whole nother day job. And
he's going to punch me in the face. I have a feeling.
Yeah, Donnie. Just so you know, that was Hollywood.
Right.
I was there's a ton of these people that do that stuff. You look at it between the directors and all the different operators. We got Bob Steinhagen over here, puts in the time taking care of the men's league here in Rock Falls. And, you get I could go on. We got Eric Loretto. He runs a Pontiac and Streeter stuff. You've got Kathy Wirtz. She runs some stuff over. I forget what area exactly it is. It's somewhere around, I can't remember. I feel horrible.
You got me on that one. I'm not even sure myself, but I can tell you this, and Bob can definitely attest to this, I'm sure. This is purely out of the love of the sport because you're not making a lot of money doing it. And you can take a look at us, for example. We're out there trying to fight for sponsors, trying to get, we're trying to get the sponsorship so we can just keep this thing rolling, just to break even, just so we can promote the sport.
Here's a good example. The TNT Sunday Fall League last year. We did that, had our sponsors, had our team dues, had everything. When all was said and done, there was $1 left.
Yeah,
$1 because every penny went back into the league prizes and fund, prize fund, banquets, and
and not enough people pat this guy on the back either because you put in so much time. You've went out and bought all the streaming equipment. You've run tournaments. You make sure that you're always promoting for other people, and a lot of people don't really understand how much time it actually takes up. You got to have an understanding wife, which you do. Thank God for you, because I don't know how she puts up with you, but that's another story for another stream. She sends me
out to do all this stuff, so that's how she puts up with me.
She gets rid of you.
She just says, "Go."
So that's why I have to deal with you. Is that your wife doesn't want to deal with you? I get it now. I get it.
Matt, who are you talking about? I got to enjoy your buddy talking to himself for 10 minutes straight last time. versus Rick. When was the last time he played Rick?
He just played him just this last week.
Well, was that the time? Is that what he's talking about? Or did he play him before?
I know what he's talking about.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, but I just figured it out.
Okay.
So, but anyways, I mean, so like if you got any grudge matches and stuff like that, you want us to come on the road, that's fine. And or if you get a grudge match, for example, say you live in Savannah or Iowa or Peoria or wherever, get the bar to throw in a sponsorship fee, so we can come down there and advertise their place, and then that gets them free advertisement to the couple 2,000-3,000 people that are going to watch the stream. And then we're going to talk about their place. We're going to talk about the food. We're going to talk about the service. We're going to talk about how great they are.
We're going to talk about their food.
Well, we're never going to talk about their food, and and that's the thing, and that's what like the whole point behind these grudge matches, where it was to be able to take the show on the road and be able to talk about these other places. So if you do get a place that a venue that you want to go play at, doesn't necessarily have to be here.
Right. Like I said, it all falls.
Have them throw in $50, and we'll come down and talk about it.
It all falls into the we're doing everything we can. We do everything we can to promote the people and the places, and we what I mean, because it's going to take. I mentioned this earlier in one of my groups. It's directors and operators need to not. We're not in we shouldn't be in competition with each other.
Absolutely not.
We all have one common goal, and that's to get people to play, and it means that we all have to work together to keep this sport growing, which means that we can't be just come don't play anywhere else, only play in my stuff, man. Excuse my language. Screw that noise. Play every place you can possibly play, man.
VNEA, APA, BCS,
play whatever
you
can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shooting pool. Yes, there's 1,000 different rule sets and 1,000 different scoring options and stuff like that. But you know what? One thing they all have in common: the balls are rolling on the table.
That's right.
And you're every time a ball rolls on the table, you're learning something. And that's how this sport grows. Is you learn something, and you pass it along to the next person, and that person passes it along, and you see a ball roll on this table at this venue, and pass that along to her, and it just keeps going. So that's what you got to do, man. Hollywood, he shows up at a place that's got wicked good food. He tells somebody it's got wicked good food, and they got sweet pool tables. I mean, it's like, really?
Can't beat it.
That's a win-win situation.
That's right. You can't
killer
beat
food, good pool table. It's that's what we have to do. It needs to stop. The only competition that needs to be going on is on that table.
That's exactly right.
You know what I mean? As far as other than that, we all need to just come together. We need to work together and create more events, create more opportunities for people, and create more opportunities for our juniors, and it'll happen like it has to happen.
Well, it's no different than people out there streaming and stuff like that. We're in no competition with anybody. I'll promote anybody's stream. I'll promote any.
Because there's going to be a time when we can't put it on, and somebody else. We want you to be able to watch pool whenever you can. Even if it's not us, if somebody else is putting it on, go watch it, man.
Yeah, some people out there, they get a little defensive, like, you're not watching my stream, or you know what I'm saying, and we don't care what stream you watch. I mean, we just talked to Mike from Mike's Pool there.
Yeah.
Go to his page, watch his stuff. I mean, they put a lot of good content out, like POV Pool. You got the guys up in Canada,
and
Q Sports Live, and then Q Sports International. There's tons of places out there you can get on YouTube, and you can check all these places out. Go watch all these matches.
I just saw that guy again that we talked, our one favorite guy that we talked about, the guy from New York. Remember we were watching I can't remember his name.
And I can't remember who does that streaming. So somebody would have to help me. But if you ever get a chance, get on there and go to Steinway Billiards, and that's where they do that. And the couple guys, they're definitely from New York. You got the heavy accent, the whatever. And if you ever get a chance to listen to two guys just do the broadcast, it's second to none. That's all I could tell you.
Look. Sam and his parents made it to Ohio.
All right, good job, Sam. All right, now, but good luck now, Sam. You got to play. You got to play good, and you got to watch out for that Ben Gonzalez because he got you in Peoria. So it's a little payback time.
Keep it in mind. and we I don't know if you guys heard us. We talked to Mike. He said he's going to put you guys on a stream so we get to watch you.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be watching that. We're gonna be putting some links up too. Once. On the TNT page, and then once you get that information, I can put it on the Pigeon Coop page. We can put it on the Quad Cities.
We're going to be watching, Sam. You rock it, just like we know you're going to. Got an update here. Let's see if I can get one more update.
Bergman making a comeback.
Yeah, I didn't get the score. I just asked him for the new score, but he heard us talk. I asked him about the table. They're playing on a 9-foot table.
Yeah, I figured they were.
And he says he thinks it's like $20 or $30 a day, but there's a $24.95 for the whole weekend to watch it.
Right.
So
if you get a chance, I mean, it's well worth the money. I mean, if you ain't got big plans this weekend and you're not going to be out playing pool, you might as well be watching pool.
Right. Absolutely. If you're not playing, watch it.
Or you could be like me and play pool and then watch it on the TV back there at the same time.
Right. Multitask.
Then because I can see on the TV other things that I can't do over
right.
here.
Ooh, yeah, I can't do that.
I can't do that.
We are still working on some. We're working on some good interviews. We had one that was supposed to have aired tonight. Didn't quite work out. We're rescheduling it.
Yeah, we got a couple big names.
Couple good, really. I mean, one of them. I'm looking forward to every one of them we do, honestly. But there's one I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little giddy about.
Well, I'm hoping that since he's listening, Josh is listening. We'd like maybe after the match on Sunday, or maybe when they're on a break or something like that, where we could get in and interview both Gomez and Justin Bergman. I would love to get them on the show. Just talk a little bit about their match, how they're feeling about it, and so on and so forth. Maybe we can get them on. Maybe we can't. We're gonna give it a shot, or we'll at least get the winner afterwards or something.
Right. Yeah. Maybe talk to him in between. It would be really cool. I wanted to say something too about one of our guests a couple weeks ago. Shared this recently. We talked to Mark Wilson a couple weeks ago. Great pool coach, player. Just all around really nice guy. That was a great conversation.
Super interview with Mark.
He puts on clinics all over the place. He just posted coming up in Sullivan, Illinois at the Durbin Arena, August 1st and 2nd, Saturday and Sunday. He's doing a pool clinic there. You can check out the information on that. Search Play Great Pool with Coach Mark Wilson on Facebook, and you can find all the information on there. We also shared it on the TNT Facebook page. It might be a little shocking at first, but the information that you gather from his clinics, life changing, game changing. I mean, I've never been, but everything I've ever read about people that have, just game changers.
Well, I know a couple guys that went down there and taken clinics with Mark, and they come back and basically what Mark's doing. Especially, guys like you and I, like a middle of the road open players, somewhere in that ballpark that are trying to advance their game a little bit. What you don't realize is I don't need to learn all the fancy shots. What I need to learn is good fundamentals.
Right.
Because then I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, fundamentals in this game is the key. You got to be still, not dropping your shoulder, making sure your footwork's correct and stuff like that. And a lot of people get lazy with that, me included. Because there's times where I can shoot at a very, very, very good level because I'm doing everything that I've been trying to teach myself and watching Mark on TV. That I went back. If I don't know if Mark's listening or not, but I went back and I watched the Derby City where he did and I watched the whole thing, Mark, and I brought it to the pool table. I've been working on my fundamentals in the last couple of weeks, so hopefully maybe I can see my game stepped up a little bit. People that come out of that class,
you better be doing something. You've already told everybody that they're competing for second tomorrow in Lanark, so you better step it up.
Yes, I'm predicting tomorrow that I win the tournament in Lanark. Is Don Koltoff coming?
Yes, Mr. Carrillo said he was going to, but he doesn't know.
Well, let's hope he stays
home.
Because
I asked him when I showed up, when I got here today. He was I saw him, and I said, "Hey, I'll see you tomorrow." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, you signed up for a tournament. Was that tomorrow?" Well, why I asked. You're going to see you tomorrow.
Well, maybe don't remind him.
Well,
no, I like the good competition. I want people there. And a lot of people hate this, but for me, I mean, when it comes to playing pool, I want to play the good competition, in a reasonable race. I mean, I'm obviously, I'm going to play race with Rick to 10 heads up. I mean, an 8-ball, it's going to be pretty tough. I have told him many, many, many times that I will play him in a rotation game heads up though.
I was going to say, I've seen
8-ball. He's just got a little, he's too savvy for that.
James says you're only going to win because he's not going to be there.
Well, that could be true, James. I mean, I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, and Nice place. I haven't been. I've been to Dave's place
Ooh,
before.
you want to talk about food?
I've heard.
Oh.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, it's fellas
And
pizza.
I told
Ooh.
if you ever get a chance, get on Facebook, go to Dave's place and check out because they got the motorcycles in there doing burnout.
I showed you
Yeah,
that.
I went and checked that out, and I was sitting to myself. I was thinking, this is my kind of place.
Yeah,
I could see me hanging out here.
They just had their bikes through the bar festivities a week or two ago, and I remember when the first tournament we had up there, and I got in there, and I she was talking about it, and we talked about it, and she was telling me about all the stuff that went on there, and I get in there, and there's just all these burnout marks up and down the floor past everything. I was like, well,
To be young.
This must have been hella good. and from the videos, yeah, it looked like those people had a ton of fun. Jessica's good people. She does a great job up there. I mean, there's a good pool background in that bar. Her father played a lot. It's a great pool background. So
yeah, I've never met. I don't know any of these people personally, but I'm going to meet a couple of them tomorrow, I'm sure. And what's great about it is they with her father being a big part of pool, she's still carrying that on because he's no longer with us anymore.
No,
correct?
yeah.
I thought you said he had passed away. I'm sorry.
No,
I misunderstood. But either way, I mean, big supporters of pool, and anybody that's supporting pool, I'm coming to help support their business too.
Yeah. She does a great job. I mean, she does a great job with her. She's very welcoming. She interacts with everybody throughout the tournament. I'm hoping she's going to be there tomorrow. I'm not sure.
But when you're in the bar business, you got to be friendly.
Yeah,
that's kind of part of the gig.
Yeah, she had some stuff going on. I think she said she was going to try to pop in tomorrow. I don't know if she'll be there or not. So, see if I got checking to see if we got another update from the match before we go.
And don't forget, like I said, I mean, if you got any tournaments, if you got anything, any information that we are not aware of,
right,
post it on the TNT page or send us a private message or whatever where we can
call.
Or if you got a grudge match that you want to get out there that you want to put us together to travel out, come do it. We'd love to do it. Like I said, $2 for gas. We're not looking for a ton of money, or pick us up a sponsor to go do it or whatever.
Or pick us up.
Or just pick us up, yeah.
Just pick us up.
Well, you're going to have to pick me up because I can't drive.
Well, but again, anything that if you're doing something to grow the sport or promote the sport or create an environment or an event for the sport,
we want to come. We want to come.
We want to do what we can to help promote that.
Sure.
Be it come and stream if you need it, or just talk about it on the show, or share it to our page to help to reach the people that the number of people that we reach.
Sure.
Like I said, that TNT, we do tournaments, we do streaming, we do but it's all it comes down to just promoting and growing the sport. That's what we want to do. So it's not just about me us doing it. We're not. That's not how we roll.
No,
we want. If you're putting a stick the ball and playing pool, we want to tell people.
We want to put a camera on it. We want if we can.
Yeah, we want to put a camera on it, or hook you up with somebody who can, or tell people about it. So get a hold of us. You're an operator, director, venue. Call us. Say, Mainhead, this is what I do. I do pool stuff. Tell people about it. We're going to tell people about it. We can help you with all kinds of stuff, advertising, streaming. There's a ton of stuff we can do for you that is going to help our sport in general. So don't be afraid to give us a call, 833-868-7665, or hit us up on Facebook, YouTube. There's links all over on the description. And like we've mentioned a couple times, we're looking to take the show on the road. If you'd like to have Off the Rail live from your venue one Friday night, give us a call. We'll set it up. We'll come hang out. We'll sit in the bar.
And it doesn't really necessarily have to be on a Friday night. I mean, we can do it on
we can work something out. We're very flexible people. I mean, not like
even if like, for example, if you wanted the Off the Rail to come on Wednesday, we could come in there, do the show, and we could pre-record it and run it on Friday night or whatever. Or we can run it on Wednesday night and run another one on Friday night. You never know.
That's just how much we love to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just got an update on the Gomez Bergman match. Where to go? 16-11 Gomez.
I'm telling you, it's going to be 187. Gomez is going to win that match. Everybody that you know, I don't know. You know, I was looking online, and there was a lot of chatter going back on a lot of different sites that I belong to and whatever, and a lot of people were predicting Justin would beat him by 20. There was and I'm thinking to myself, I watched Roberto Gomez play, and they don't call him Superman for nothing. I mean, the guy can play. The guy has got game. He's got gamble. He ain't afraid of nobody. And and it's nothing against Justin. They wanted me to pick a winner, and I was like, I'm going to take the underdog this time.
Right.
I'm not going to take the favorite. I'm going to take the underdog.
And mind you, it's not just a blind. Okay, when he says he went and looked stuff up, he actually does that.
What I do is
he might have been sitting in his bathtub when he did it.
Right. I got a tablet now, so I can I can actually see what I'm looking at.
There you go.
But I do. I spend a lot of time watching streams. I like in the last week, I've went back and I've watched Justin Bergman play, and I've watched Roberto play. I think Justin's probably slightly more talented as far as it goes for his. I think the equalizer in this game is they're playing 8-ball on a big table where there's going to be a lot of breaking and running out.
Right, and it sounds like from what Josh is telling us that Berg's having trouble with his break.
And that's what the key is. It's going to be who breaks the best in that match. And I've been down under on them tables. I played on them, and I played on the 9-footer, which I don't play a lot on a 9-footer. And all I can tell you is I was watching a couple other gentlemen down there playing, and if you broke the balls good on them tables, they scatter good. They you usually will make a ball, and with them kind of caliber players, you are going to see a lot of run out pool. So, and if they're playing winter break, which they are playing winter break if I remember correctly.
I think it was, yeah.
And if they're playing winter break, you could see one of them guys put 10, 11 racks in a row together. I mean, they're certainly capable of doing it. And like I said, nothing against Justin Bergman because, I think he probably is. I don't know what their Fargo rate is one versus the other, but they're probably pretty close. But I'd say Justin's probably a little higher. He's a little. I mean, if you watch him talent wise, I mean, he plays good, plays really good, and that guy ain't afraid of anybody. That guy will play anybody. Well, you heard him in the Moscone Cup. Remember, where they were questioning whether or not he should have been there, and it was one of my favorite interviews. And Justin Bergman's sitting down at the table, and they chose him over Corey Deuel, and Justin says, you know what, Corey Deuel is a really good friend of mine, but he knows where to find me if he wants to play some. So that just goes to show you Justin's attitude, and I really liked that. I became a big fan when he said that. Nothing against Corey Deuel either, because he plays great also. But when you get to that caliber, I mean, how do you decide who's going to be on that team? There's so many good players. I mean, how do you pick one over the other? It's got to be tough.
Well, and because it's a point.
I wouldn't want that decision.
Isn't it a point system too?
Well,
and if I'm understanding,
do, but I believe they have. I think Bergman this last year. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong, but I think Justin was a coach's pick. I think there is still like a coach's pick that they put in there, and I think it was between him and Corey Deuel, and it came down to they took Justin this year, and. I loved it when he said that though, because that just goes to show you the fire that the guy's got.
Right.
He's there to win, and you got to like that. And like I said, I know I'm probably going to get some slack over this because, like when I was talking about Shane versus Joshua Filler, I said until somebody beats Shane in 10-ball, I'm not betting against the guy.
And you got some.
I got some hate mail over that.
Flack over that.
And I don't know Justin Bergman personally, but he seems like a really, really good dude. So doesn't Roberto Gomez. They just asked me to pick a winner, so I was like, I'm all right. I'm just going to take the underdog on this one, and I'm going to say that Roberto gets hot.
It's a fact-based pick. That's what it is. So we'll be out at Lanark tomorrow, Dave's place, Lanark, Illinois, Broad Street, 121 Broad Street. We break at 12. You got to be there by 11:45. There are spots left. You can get signed up at budisweiser.net. Register for tournament at the top of the page. We went over some stuff about leagues getting ready to start. Don't forget the Rock Falls Summer 14th, Tuesday the 14th at 7 o'clock at Cardwell's. The Doubles League starts this Sunday. Your schedules are at your venues. Go Sam Go.
Sam.
He made it to
the
Ohio.
Rhino.
He's made it to Ohio. He's going to be playing in the Junior National Quad Championship at Fairfield, Ohio, at Michael's Billiard. TV Mike bringing some action to you, and we'll over on the TNT page, we'll put some links up there. But of course, all you have to do is search the billiards TV stuff on Facebook, and you'll find it. He'll be streaming, and he said that he would do us a solid by getting Sam and Ben on the stream, so we'll get to see Sam play.
That'd be nice. I'm looking forward to watching it, and like I said, everybody go watch this stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
If you ain't playing pool, you should be watching pool. That's all I'm
Right.
telling you.
Support those
Right.
that grow the sport. That's what you got to do. A couple shout outs. This is something I want to start kind of doing. If you have a really cool group on Facebook that's pool related, send me an invite. If you can find me through the TNT page, send it to my personal Facebook so I can get to it, and then TNT will like the page and join if possible. There are a bunch of really good pool groups all over that we share a lot of stuff too.
Tons.
And I want to kind of mention a couple of them real quick before we get out of here. We got Pool Lovers Guide. All these you can just search by name on Facebook. Pontiac Pool Players, Second Street Billiards, Dixon, Illinois Pool League. Some of these groups might be private, so you might have to request to join. And whether or not they let you in, that's totally up to them. You got the Midwest Pool Tournament page, was a great place to find information on tournaments, obviously in the Midwest. Planet Pool, Hustlers and Pool Players, it's a good gaming, good action group. Rock Falls Summer ACS League group. Pontiac Sunday Pool League, I think I said that one. Streeter Sunday Night 8-Ball League. Let's see, Pool Players Connection, NCIL. It's a great Northern Illinois, North Central Illinois kind of
I don't know if I'm on that one or
group.
not.
There's always a lot of posts there about subs, forming teams, people putting together, building their state teams, things like that. If you're an operator or a tournament director, hit me up. I've got a private group that we're all in that we try to talk to each other and kind of get with each other to share dates and stuff like that to do our best to maximize tournaments and things like that. There's the I Love Playing Pool group, Second Avenue Corner Pocket, great hall. Illinois Valley ACS West Pool League, of course. Pool Player Community, Illinois Tournament page. Pool is Not Dead. That's a great one. That's a great group. Fox Valley Illinois Pool.
They stole by saying pool is not dead.
Fox Illinois Pool Billiards Network. QC Billiards Network. That's a good one for this area if you're looking for some stuff. And Jay's Garage is where you can catch Noretto's stuff over there, and he streams matches out of the Pontiac area.
I haven't caught any matches on his ladies. Has he had anything going on?
No, he was on vacation, and he just got back, and he just actually announced a modified schedule because of leagues getting ready to start, because he does run leagues up there, so the schedule changed over there. So,
well, I'm thinking about it. I just remembered because I always said, the tournament that we're going to put on another tournament here, which we are still going to do. My health is, it's slightly better. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. As far as it goes, well, as good as I can possibly feel anyways. But now that leagues are going to be getting started, once this gets started and Bob's leagues get started, we'll figure out how to do this one here. And because what I wanted to do is because like I said, a lot of times, with what I'm going to, and we'll take 20, 30 players, whatever, whoever wants to sign up, we'll do the 8-ball like we did the last time. But like I said, I wanted the leagues and stuff to get started, and then we're going to put on a mini tournament or a tournament here. It's going to last. People have to understand, if you're going to sign up for this is you play one match a week, and it's just like a bracket.
Well, the basis is one match a week. Sometimes people get...
Well, yeah, you can get a little ahead of yourself, but anyways,
right.
But the basic format is it's going to week. So you have to understand, if we have 24 players, it's going to take
a while.
It's going to take a while to run it. It'll take through the winter to get it through. So you got to make sure, or it's going to be cold by the time it starts. Let's put it that way.
It's going to take a minute, so don't think you can sign up. It's going to be over in 2 days.
Right, and that's why I try to tell people. It's going to be $20. It's going to be a $20 entry fee. Everybody's going to put $20 in. It's going to be handicapped, and we're going to have, like we had before. I think I had 5 through 2. I think, if I remember right, or I had 4 through 2, 5 through 2. Whatever
4,
it was.
yeah.
Well, we'll go back to that same format because it seemed to worked out pretty well. I mean, it mixed it up. There was a lot of players that had good chances to win, and you don't necessarily have to play your match here. You can play it wherever. But that was the whole key. Like, once the leagues get started, once Bob leagues get started, the ACS summer leagues, so when people are already out, if they want to get somewhere early, wherever they're playing that night, they can get a match in and then report it back to me. So that's
Right.
why I was waiting for that to happen. And when we get down to the Final Four, we'll have it here. So
Right.
I'm still working on it, and I haven't forgot about it. That's all I wanted to let them know.
Hopefully, we'll get some more TNT tournaments going. Like I said, this is the first one we've had since everything started, and we'll be back out of Dave's. I'm working on maybe starting some Sunday afternoon tournaments in Dixon, just to kind of lull the.
Where are you going to do that at? You think?
I'm not sure. It'll either be Wise Guys or Corner. I haven't decided yet. Just depends on who gets at me first.
Right, and both of them are decent places to play at. I mean, you can't, we had the Friday night thing going there, and then that kind of we got some monkey wrenches thrown in, and blah 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 blah. We kind of worked around it, but it'd be nice to get back. It would be nice to get a weekly tournament back.
It would.
It's just a matter of where you're going to put it, what day you're going to put it on, so on and so forth.
And I don't want to mess you up or anything, but I want to play.
I know.
I want to play.
Well, that's why you're there, and I could be.
Somebody's got to lose, so
right.
I want to play.
Well, I understand, but we can work something out to where you can play and I can operate stuff while you're out playing. Or
that's terrifying.
I know. I'll for surely screw it up.
That is very
because
terrifying.
I always tell everybody he's the boss. I'm just the eye candy. so that's how that just goes to show you where TNT is at. I'm the eye candy.
Yeah, right.
So it's not good. It's not good. But I think that pretty much wraps us up for the night.
I think so. Like I said, don't forget, hit like and subscribe wherever you're watching. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Like and follow on TNT. Make sure you have your live notifications on so you don't miss a thing when it comes to TNT fights or Off the Rail every Friday night at 7:30. If you want to be a part of this show, get a hold of us any way you possibly can. Tons of social media outlets. Give us a call, 833-868-7665. Like I said, venue owners, operators, directors, players. If you got
potential sponsors,
players, you got a trick shot you want to share with people, videotape it, send it to us.
Yeah, we'll put it on here. Yeah.
If it has to do with pool, we're going to share it with you. That's how we roll.
Absolutely.
I've been Bud. That's been Hollywood. This has been Off the Rail. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget, if you want, you can come out and say hi to us and buy us lunch. We'll be out at Dave's at Lanark tomorrow. Fellows Pizza.
Make sure you're there by 11:45. We're going to be breaking right at 12. You don't show up late, you won't get in.
Now, those I run a tight ship.
Tight ship.
Can't
be showing up a half hour late, 20 minutes late. You're once signups are closed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
For the most part. That's the way we're going to state it.
Accommodations can be made if the accommodations are there. We'll just put it that way.
Correct.
I don't make a habit of it. So, but just
not to bring it up, but I mean, what I hate more than anything is that same pool player that shows up late every week for leagues or late every time a tournament's in, and then they this happened not at your tournament, but this happened not too long ago at a certain tournament that I went to. There was a player that showed up and wanted to get in the tournament. Now, mind you, he showed up 45 minutes late. Tournament had already started. Everybody had drawn. They'd done everything that they were going to do, blah, 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 blah. He was livid that he couldn't get in. This particular person that was running the tournament says, "We show up late every time. You know what time this starts."
Right.
It's not hard to figure out, people.
Right.
So
we set times to make things go the way they're supposed to go.
It holds up everybody with one person's late.
That's one of those cool things about pool players. They all want everything to go so quick and on time and on schedule, except for them showing up.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest things with pool players. Not all, because I'm definitely not one of them. Because anybody that knows me knows that if I'm late, I could possibly be dead. But generally, I don't like to be late for anything. I'm just one of them people who likes to be on time. But there are a certain amount of pool players, for whatever reason, and it's always the same people, they have to be late to everything they go to, and I'm not sure why. But all I can tell you is
be on time.
Be on time.
Because there's a bigger chance that you're going to be get told. There's a bigger chance you're going to show up late and you're going to get told sorry.
Right.
So that much I'll tell you. I mean, I don't like turning away pool players. I don't. But I can only do what I can do. I'm a newer school guy. We run things we use
just
software.
Do not suffer from late-itis.
Yep. If you want to play, get there. That's how it works. All right. Well, we're out of here. We'll see you guys next week. Check out the Facebook page. Remember, if you want cooler, better things, you can always hit up that link and support the stream. Anything you put in there goes right back into the stream, and TNT helps us with bigger, better streams, more places to go to, and giveaways, hats, t-shirts,
Headphones.
cool
Oh,
stuff.
yes. That's one thing.
Yes, we're working on it right now.
We need hats and T-shirts
we're
before we get out of
in
here.
the process. Get some great fitted hats and some TNT shirts.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next week. Have a great one.
Thanks, guys.